Hey, it's Allison with Get Your Pretty On, and I am so excited to have you along for day one of my 28-day challenge. So this is something a little bit different for me. It's a bit of a departure from the regular style and beauty stuff that I do at Get Your Pretty On. But as I've done the style challenges, I've noticed that women want something deeper, something more meaningful. They're about more than just fashion. It's about recreating your confidence and rediscovering who you are. So that's really what this 28-day challenge is going to be about. And I hope it's even more life-changing than the style challenges have been. And I'm pretty confident that it will be, because I'm combining a lot of the techniques that I've used in my coaching practice as I've coached clients, as I myself have been coached by some top-notch coaches through the years, and I'm taking all of them and kind of consolidating them into one 28-day package to get you the biggest results and the most bang for your buck. So I'm really excited to have you along, and I hope that you enjoy this as much as I've enjoyed putting it together. So it's day one, and I am making these videos right after the new year, which means that I'm really excited because I just did my goal setting for the year. I used to do resolutions, which a lot of you probably still do, but I realized that resolutions really aren't that effective. Have you ever noticed that? I would say that through the years, maybe I had about a 25% success rate just from setting a resolution at the beginning of the year. But now that I've started to do goal setting instead of resolutions, I have about a 95% success rate, which is amazing. And the only reason I don't have a 100% success rate is because whenever I go through this goal setting process, I realize that about 5% of my goals end up falling off the list because they aren't meaningful enough to me. So if something's not meaningful enough, I'm not going to waste my time on it, and that's why I don't have a 100% success rate with this, but that's because it's my choice not to. So let's just talk a little bit about what goal setting is. Goal setting is more than just saying, I resolve to do such and such, because if you just say, hey, I resolve this year to lose 10 pounds, that's not really giving you what you need in order to successfully achieve that. When you set a goal for losing 10 pounds using the method that I'm going to teach you today, then you'll see exactly what I mean, because you're going to have some meaningful reasons behind actually setting or actually achieving that goal, as well as a game plan for making it happen. And then we're going to add in this fourth component of goal setting, which is something you've probably never done before, that is actually a mind trick. Yes, you can trick your mind. That helps you, that almost guarantees your success at achieving your goals. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Below this video, you're going to see a PDF that you can print out, go through the 4-step process on your own. But what I'd really like you to do is think of 3 to 5 goals that are super important to you for the year ahead. We're working a year at a time. As I said, these videos are being made at the beginning of the year. However, you can start a new year anytime that you decide you want to. So it doesn't matter what time of the year you're watching this, you can still do this process. So think of your 3 to 5 most important goals right now, and then I want you to print out the worksheet, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to do with it, okay? So I've got my goal setting worksheet right here. I'm going to walk you through the steps in my 4-step goal setting process, okay? So step 1, you're going to state your goal. Well, that's simple enough. All right, so I'm going to use one of my personal goals to make this a little bit more meaningful for me. And that is that I've set a goal this year that I want to help my son pay for his college education. Unfortunately, when my kids were younger, my husband and I were more on a fixed income, and we didn't really start saving aggressively for college until it was much later. With the 2 girls that are still in school, I'm not as concerned about that, but we already have a child who is a freshman in college, so the loans are already starting. So one of my goals this year is that I want to be able to help Devin pay for his student loans. So that is my first thing. I'm going to state my goal. I want to be able to help Devin pay for his student loans this year. Okay, so step 2 is the absolute most important step in this whole goal setting process, and that is to state your why. And this is where resolutions tend to go off course, because people don't really attach a why to your resolution. Why does this matter to you? And you're going to ask yourself that question, and on the surface, you're going to come up with an answer. And your surface answer is going to be something like, this matters to me because I don't want him to graduate with a lot of debt, if I'm using my goal, for example. But that's not the real reason. If you keep digging and digging and digging, you will eventually hit upon your deeper why. And that's what I want you to find in each of your goals. So keep asking yourself why. Okay, so my initial surface why is I don't want Devin to graduate with a lot of debt. Okay, why don't I want him to graduate with a lot of debt? Because that's not a good way to start out life. I started out my career that way, and I was strapped down with these loan payments, and it just felt suffocating, and I didn't feel like I had any wiggle room, any, flexibility to change jobs. I hated my first job. I felt like I was stuck there, and I don't want him to be in that position where he's stuck in a job that he hates. Okay, why don't I want him to be stuck in a job that he hates? Because I want to give my kids the best start in life. Why do I want to give my kids the best start in life? Because I want them, honestly, I think this is my deeper why, because this is one of the last things that I'm going to be able to do as a parent financially for my child, because he's going to be independent, and I really want to be able to provide this for him so that he has the best possible start in life. So that is my deeper why for why I'm setting this goal. Which leads me to step 3, you've got to know your how. How are you going to accomplish your goal? You've got to be able to put an action plan in place. Just stating your goal and knowing your why is not enough. You also have to be able to take meaningful actions toward accomplishing your goal. So, my next step on my state my how on step 3 is that I am going to take a portion of each of my style challenges this year, and I'm going to set it aside to go toward his education. And I'm going to have that account there so that I can, when those tuition bills come in, I can pay for those, and that's going to feel so good to me. So that's my how, is I'm going to be using a portion of each challenge that I do this year to pay for his education. So really that's a win-win, because you guys are kind of helping me. You are contributing to Devin's student loans, so thank you so much. Anyone who signed up for my challenges, you're contributing to a worthy cause this year. So just want you to know that. Some feel-good stuff there. And then the 4th step in the process, I think, is almost as powerful as step 2, where you're stating your why, but this one is stating as if. And like I said, this is something you've probably never done before when you've set a goal. But science has shown that when we visualize a goal being reached, when we state it as if it's already happened, it does a powerful thing in our brain chemistry to make us believe that we're capable of accomplishing that. So I want you to state your goals as if they've already happened and actually write out a goal statement. So you can say, it feels so great that I lost 10 pounds this year. I have more energy. I'm able to keep up with my family. I love what I see when I look in the mirror. I have my self-respect back again. But I want you to just really see in your mind's eye what it looks like to accomplish your goal, and just really solidify that for yourself and write out your as-if statements. Now, I want to tell you something else about goal setting in this way. I've been doing this for probably 5 years or so now, and like I said, my success rate has been extremely high with it. But another thing that it does is I've looked back on goals that I set a while back, goals that I've kind of forgotten about, that I thought fell by the wayside because I wasn't actively taking action, I want to say consciously taking action on those goals. And what I've discovered is, it's kind of funny, but I look back and I almost effortlessly achieved those goals just by setting that intention, just by knowing my deeper why, and by stating the goals as if they've already happened. My how didn't matter as much, because I just naturally progressed and achieved those goals because they did mean something to me. So now it's your turn. I want you to go ahead, print out the PDF, and sit down and really think this through. Choose 3 to 5 important goals for your year ahead and run them through this 4-step goal setting process. You can keep this handy, pull it out once a week just to kind of be a self-check to see where you're at. And I'd love to hear your insights, so please leave them in the comments below, or hop on over to the Facebook group for the 28-day challenge and let us know what you think there.